Okay, this is the year 2013, and we had misplaced this calendar and just found it the other day. We've already been up through 2012, I guess 14, and maybe on to 17, because we finished 2017. So now we're backtracking, going back to 2013.
Okay.
So you want to start off, Shirley?
All right, January 2013.
Okay.
I'm obviously still working. Um, yeah, it's got a lot of
Just
little.
go real quick through that because there's not much
Oh,
there. You
okay.
go to the main thing in January where you write most of your stuff.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
Right there. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know what that says.
Okay. Worried about Brad Drugan.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway. Rounds at Brad's with John for estimates on house repairs. He must have had his house.
We still had his house back then. I don't think your mom was living with us yet in 2013. I think she came along at 15 or 16. And so I don't know. There's probably something to do with this house, something to do with spending money that kind of aggravated us.
Okay, Mike Davis is on way to Florida, eating at El Bravo, and I have a call back.
I don't know why Mike. He probably in 2013 he was probably doing that shipping thing that he did online. Okay, there's that thing about Brad's. Next page. I think you're done.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay, Mike was out. On the 17th of January, Brad to airport to pick up Carrie and Jody from Calgary, Canada.
Okay, let me talk about that for a minute. Okay, see, he went to the airport to pick them up, and I don't know. I think we were a little aggravated because it was costing some money, and I don't know why. I would think they would have flew on their own. But anyway, this one girl, there was two girls.
Carrie and Jody.
I think it was Carrie that Brad met in when we went to the islands on Grand Cayman with your mom and me and you and Brad, your mom. And I remember we had a condo, we had two bedrooms, and Brad slept on a pull-out couch, and we had a great time. We went snorkeling, and of course, Brad's always good on vacations. We had a good time, and he met this girl, I think Carrie, and he spent some time with her. But the point is, she was probably interested, and she flew in from Calgary, Canada, to see Brad at some point. I think she might have been there in Grand Cayman for an extended period of time, and maybe she was flying back to Canada. I'm not sure, but it was a little aggravating. And I remember for some reason I ended up with one or two of the girls out on the porch, and I later on I should have done a better job of speaking and entertaining them. I don't know why we were aggravated, but it was an aggravation. It seems like. Go ahead.
All right, let's move on. Let's see. We got they went to Opryland. Went to the Hilton downtown.
Is this Brad and the girls?
Yes.
See, I think that's part of the thing. Shirley had to pay for most of that.
And it took them to different Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Whatever. Took them to a hockey game. Yeah, you just said that. Lots of money spent.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they had a good time.
Yeah, by Shirley.
Yeah. January, starting to get some things done at home. I went to see TPAC to see Catch Me If You Can. And no, it's good. John and Jason to Dark 030.
To what?
Dark 030. It's a movie.
We went to Jason and I went to see a movie?
I guess you did.
Okay. He would have been still married at this point, I believe. Yeah.
Pretty good day with Brad on the 28th. I really talked some here. Looked for bathroom stuff, and I had lunch with Brad at the Black Eyed Peak.
They were fixing up his house at this point, and about all they got done was the bathrooms, I think, before Brad moved out. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, John to Louisiana.
Still going to these vegetation meetings.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a kind of a neat place to go. It was a casino, Indian casino. Can't remember the little town's name, but I went about 4 or 5 years in a row, and I never did any business there. But I got to see all my buddies and stuff, and Foley and people like that.
Okay, on the
January.
5th, I got black Jeep
Oh, we're into February.
sold.
Black
Yes,
Jeep.
February. Sold black Jeep, $200 me.
What? Who had a black Jeep for $200?
Um,
I don't remember it. Do you?
no. If I did, I would have said so.
$200 wouldn't mean it wouldn't have mattered much. I don't remember it. Yeah.
John, Brad, and I went to Indiana on the 15th.
February.
Mom, I've got apartment nice for her.
She must have moved to Carmel at this time. Does it say Carmel?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Tenderloins and beer at Muldoon's.
Yeah, well, that's Carmel.
And John on to Jim's.
So let's get straight. Because we lost that year when we were doing 14 and 12, we didn't know exactly when she moved to Carmel. It must have been in February of 2013 when she moved to Carmel, because Muldoon's is where we always go for tenderloins in Indiana. And it's right across the street from the apartment building, which was a neat building. I can't remember the name of it. So I went to Jim's, and when?
Okay, let's see.
Was that within this visit to your
This
mom?
whole visit. Okay, still. Okay. Tenderloins, drive to. Yeah, this is all. I'm in Indiana. You're at Jim's.
Yeah. I might have dropped you off and stayed with your mom, and I went to Jim's maybe. I don't remember that.
Okay. To Indiana, emptying condo. Okay, we went back down to Bright to empty the condo. Brad and I to Jungle Jim's. Dana went to Indiana, and we had yogurt ice cream again. Breakfast at Michael's, Lox and Bagels.
I guess at Carmel, I think.
Yeah. Then we drove home.
What's that thing? Anything good?
Groceries, gas,
Setting your mom up
painting
in
supplies.
Carmel.
Okay. Baby groomed, Mike in and out.
Our dog went to the groomer.
Dana.
Mike Davis probably came in
We got to move on. We're only in February.
Well, honey,
Okay.
this is what I always do. I always add to what's said.
Dinner at Joe's Crab House for Jason's birthday.
Joe's Crab House must be downtown Nashville, I guess. I don't specifically remember that. I remember taking Jason to Red Lobster. I don't remember the Joe's thing. What else?
John to Alabama.
All right. So I went to the Louisiana meeting. Then a few weeks later, I go to the Alabama meeting. Yeah.
Okay. John returned on the 27th.
Tuscaloosa.
Lorinda gone in truck.
So,
paint. Sprint.
read it. What's it say?
It doesn't make any sense. It's just crazy stuff.
Lorinda's involved with Brad at this time in 2013, and something about using.
We're doing a bunch of painting, so I guess is that it? How are we doing this
You
painting?
could be painting his bathroom. No, probably in. Well, I don't know. If you jumped over to us again, then it could be in this house.
Confusion. All right. On the 8th, I've got a note. 8th of March, I got a note. This says Aurora.
What about the Aurora?
There's nothing there. I just have Aurora written down. So we had the Aurora then. Okay. Had a good week with Brad. Doors finished, ready for John to install.
Okay, this probably is in this house, in our house. John Abraham must be working on it and doing specific things.
Okay, on the 11th, I have John to Kentucky.
Yeah, going to another vegetation meeting. This is in March. It's the Kentucky vegetation thing. Yep.
Okay.
That's all that say. That say
It just says John getting work going at Brad's.
Okay, now we're back working at Brad's.
So it didn't make sense. That's why I was going to move on.
I'm just going to help read. So yeah.
Mother having cataract removed.
All right.
Dinner at Capitol Grill with Ryan, Steve. Okay, that they must have been in.
That's Randy. I remember that. We had great
Linda, Steve.
dinners all over Nashville, but Capitol Grill is nice in the Hermitage Hotel.
So they were here visiting with us. Dinner at Etch. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, we're probably taking Rom Kellis Jr. out at this point. Yeah. There's Rom, Tracy, and Tina. Okay. Infusion. What's that? Good time.
Infusion food. That's a type of food.
Okay.
Mother upset with Dana, fussing at her about messiness and nastiness.
About missing what?
Messiness and nastiness. It runs in the family. I'm that way. Okay. Over here, argument with John. My not wanting to vacation with Jason and Tammy. John does not feel we're being fair to Jason and Tammy. Okay.
T-Pack, Janice and Jeff. Flash dance. I'm so tired. Need to take a nap. John taking.
Jason, Tammy, and Kane to Red Lobster.
No, be darn.
No, we have to go through. What year is this?
That's one of my Christmas.
Yeah, but it says what we did. The 25th of February, buying bathroom counter, top and mirror, fussing with Brad.
Probably for
the new addition. That's what we put down here.
Maybe
so.
Well,
Where
possibly.
else would we be buying?
we fixed up his bathroom too a couple times.
Okay, I don't know. John wants disclosure from Jason regarding Tammy in nursing school.
John wants what?
Disclosure from Jason regarding Tammy, whether she's really going to nursing school.
Yeah, we never did find out. Yeah.
To Chris's home for a nice visit and meal.
Remember going there? Yeah, I kind of remember that. Up in the country, north of Nashville, Hendersonville, on 65. What a great house, wonderful. She got a nice house in Florida now.
Oh, that's right. She had a big house up there, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sister with her and her ex-husband lives with her. 10 days. What's it?
Oh, I have a 10-day work stretch starting. Call. John putting together vacation plans. I don't really say where, and I'm working and planning, putting out my flowers. Lunch at Olive Garden on the 11th of April.
Surgery department.
Okay, they had a luncheon. They brought food in to us. Okay, to reward us from some kind of President's Award for meeting HCA criteria. Woo-woo.
Okay. You're getting 5 days off here.
The 12th, Brad to Sofer. He's seeing Sofer then.
It's for Suboxone.
Okay, on the 16th of April, T-Pack preview for the upcoming shows with Janice and Sheila. Breakfast at Cracker Barrel on the 20th. That's on the wrong day. It's on the 20th. So I've got 28th down here. Put it on the wrong day. So anyway,
I go to Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
So that would be a TVA thing back in 2013, I bet you.
Okay, they were doing some changes and things at work, apparently, that was kind of upsetting. 28th, I've been doing a lot of cooking. I got John was happy.
Yeah. I like it when you cook.
Okay, dentist on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Boat dead. Right upset, boat dead. John to Indiana again on the 2nd.
So Brad's boat died on April 30th. So
Yes, so.
I don't know which boat that is.
John returning with his mother.
No, not my mother.
John returning with my mother.
Yeah, it could be.
His mother wasn't here.
Yeah.
I was getting ready for Mom. Chris left. Fussing with Annalise.
Chris left for Florida at this point, maybe.
Drive to Savannah. Oh, I love Savannah.
Okay,
May 10th.
where are we going to Savannah? This
It's
must
vacation.
be. Oh, with your mother, maybe, and Brad? Yeah, we went one trip to Savannah with your mother and Brad.
Yeah, it's not indicated here what was.
I bet it was. It was either that or a TVA thing, but.
Great evening at Fiddler Crab House on veranda by the river.
I think that was with your mom and Brad.
Okay. Tour of Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Drive to
Ooh, if we took a tour, that would be back TVA. Go ahead. I don't know which it is.
We were in a condo there called Ship Watch.
We were in a condo in Savannah, or is this? We went to Charleston also, didn't we?
Tour of Savannah. Drive to Kiowa. This is when we went to Kiowa.
All right, Miss Kiowa, this is your mother and Brad.
Yeah.
Then. Okay.
Okay, and we had the condo. It was a nice place. I remember that. That was fun.
Yep. I guess
A balcony with each room, and Mom and I sitting on the beach for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
On 13th, we drove to Charleston, had a buggy ride.
Yep, remember
The
that.
horse's name was Steve. Meal at the plantation and picked up a few things at Piggly Wiggly. Okay, on the 14th, we went to Middleton Plantation and toured the gardens.
Mm-hmm.
There was a butterfly pool at the bases of terraces. That must have been something I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
Me up at night with indigestion. Wednesday, stayed at the condo. Lunch at Sanctuary Hotel.
That was that real fancy hotel. No, you wouldn't be able to afford it, but we did eat lunch there. Yeah.
Mom enjoyed the balcony. Brad and I sitting in the sun. And we came home on the 16th of May.
I remember driving over the mountains and stuff back to Tennessee.
Mom and I went to see The Great Gatsby on May 17th. And then we took Mom to Louisville to meet Dana so she could go home. Mm-hmm. Okay, looks like Brad's having car problems again.
Don't know which car. It might be the Aurora. What was it? What did you miss there? Nothing.
Nothing I want to talk about.
There.
Nothing.
All right.
Okay, Mike Foley in for dinner on the 23rd of May. We had dinner at Demos.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Foley coming in all the time.
Okay.
Who was paid. He was a customer. But a good friend too. Yeah.
And kind of having some issues with Brad.
It's kind of happens a lot.
Not so much anymore. 11th of June.
Mm-hmm. Talking to Chris.
Talking to Chris. Oh, I had a new crown that day. Okay, Heather said she had scheduled me for a lot of calls, and she was sorry. And she resigned on the 12th. Let's see. No appointment. Doctor appointment. More time off. Poor doctor. I don't know what this is in regard on. I had Violet Element. Oh, she didn't want me to take any more time off, and apparently I was wanting some time off. Boat ride late to hospital for lab draw. Having pain under my left rib. Okay, returned to work on the 17th and canceled leave. Different doctors' visits. So Stacy just started. Okay, started a probiotic. We weren't willing to repair Brad's truck. John and I had chest colds on the 25th of June.
May, I think. maybe it's June. June, I guess. Yeah.
All right. What do I want to talk about?
Well, what was that last paragraph?
It's about Brad. Okay. We were having some problems with Brad then. He's been drugging.
I might have been on the phone with Sofer, maybe.
Yeah.
Brad passed out on the couch. Yeah.
Okay.
Jason. Jason setting off
Okay.
fireworks. Jason setting off fireworks on the 3rd.
At his house.
At his house? Okay. Jason got a trip to, what's that? Trip to what? Cedar Point. Oh, I took Jason and Tammy's kid, Kane, and his friend to Cedar Point. They drove up and I flew. It's kind of interesting. And we had a good time in, what's the name of the town near Cedar Point in Ohio?
Sandusky?
No, the big town. I flew into the big town. Anyway, stayed in a nice hotel downtown, and then we drove out to Cedar Point, and I had a great time with them, but it beat my body to death doing those roller coasters and stuff. And at the end of the day, about 3 o'clock, I went to the nurse's station. They gave me Tylenol, and I napped while the kids and Jason finished the afternoon. About 6 o'clock, they came pick me up, and we went home. It just beat me to death riding those roller coasters. I was, 2013, I was, 62, 63. John tired. Brad, I can't read it. John, Brad.
We had dinner at Longhorns.
Oh, okay.
We were messing with Cumberland Heights for Brad then.
We were starting to, this must be the time in July of 2013, we're starting to talk about getting Brad into different places. Didn't say anything.
Mom's doing well up with Dana and Clan, keeping her busy. Baby good. Oh, well, that's a dog or what? Have not seen Brad much this week. Busy at work. John had a bunch of stuff, has a bunch of stuff coming up. We were real busy. And
we were working.
And this was a bad year for Brad. 24th wedding anniversary was on July the 26th. Monkey face cleaning house.
Monkey face.
It must have been somebody that I thought had a monkey face.
I don't know. We had 2 or 3 people cleaning the house. One guy was a black guy, and I don't remember him having a monkey face. Matter of fact, the black guy, I remember Shirley ran into his car getting out one day, and we put a little dent in it, but he never said anything, and Shirley didn't either.
Okay.
Fogelman, all right, go ahead. What else?
Broken 2 bones in hand. Who is that? That must
probably
have been Brad.
Brad. Okay, so Brad's, one of his vehicles broke down. I think we got tired of buying and paying for vehicles, so I gave him my motor scooter, and he drove. That's what it was. He drove motor in 2013. He drove a motor scooter back and forth between his house and here to work because he was working for me at that time. He didn't have anything else to do.
Okay.
And then he fell off of it and wrecked a motor scooter. Hurt his hand pretty good.
Okay, DuPont Inn. Foley stayed overnight on the 30th of July.
If that's DuPont Inn here, that means we had our big party, and that makes sense. Late August, July, rather late July. I had 6 or 8 people with DuPont and the TVMA board, and we got on my boat and we went over to Rutter's and had a fun time, dinner and everything, and then we came back, and I think it rained on us a little bit coming back. We sat out in the gazebo quite a bit. I had a great time. I think everybody did.
And on the 1st of July, Brad had to have surgery in his hand with plates and screws.
Yes.
And on the 2nd, you went to Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay. Cleveland is a town where I went for that thing with Jason and Glenn. I don't know any other time I would have went to Cleveland. All right.
But we don't know what you were doing the other time.
Only one time. I went to Cleveland and we went out to Sandusky.
All right. Then we go.
Did it say anything else in there? You skipped a
No.
bunch. What's that say? Upset. Okay. All right. Never mind. Well, there's a lot of writing. You had a bad year with old Brad, looks like.
Yeah, it was a bad year.
Yeah. All right. What's that? Jody's in charge.
Jody's first day in charge. Amazed by the chaos. Annalise Wild.
Okay. Okay. You got some rest here. Then on August 11th.
Oh, that's when we went to that family reunion.
We went to the family reunion August 11th, 2013. You, me, and Brad, and we drove. I don't know what. Maybe I might have been driving a Mercedes at this time. I'm not sure, but we drove up there and drove back. I think in the same day, and that was a heck of a drive. Yeah.
Okay, I have nice visits to all everyone, but Pam, my one cousin, and Matthew's twins were cute. Okay, this is Fogel and stuff. To the Frist.
All right, we went to the Frist one time.
Chesapeake Oyster House.
I don't know about the Chesapeake, but there's an oyster house downtown. We might have went to the oyster house to eat and went to the Frist. And I do remember you and I going to the Frist 2 or 3 or 4 times over a 10-year period for art stuff that, mainly for Shirley, but it was interesting.
Okay, 24th of August, I got call back with Chris on a Saturday. Mike was in for the flea market, and we took him for dinner at Demas's. Looks like we're going, what a chaotic time. Plans for flight to Boston, and the house was rented on Cape Cod.
Oh, okay. So this is
So
our...
Mother was living...
Yeah, she was not here. She was up in Carmel.
Oh, we picked her up.
We got together with her, probably went and got her and brought her down here and get on an airplane, and we all flew to Boston, and that was another trip in September. And we were at the house on Cape Cod. It was a great time, and we got video of Brad taking video as we're driving downtown Boston. I think we took a boat ride, and we went out to Martha's Vineyard and went places on Cape Cod, Plymouth, saw Plymouth Rock and all that. Glenn and Brad's. Oh, Glenn is that friend of Brad's in August of 2013.
We went to the Cracker Barrel and Sam's. Wanting to do garage. Oh, maybe you must have been wanting to build the garage. I don't know either.
Probably, maybe here. I don't know. 2013. I'd have to look it up when we did the garage here.
Okay.
Tammy grilling it. We grilled out back here several times, but then Tammy would come and some of her kids sometime. John at Chili's. All right.
What is Meredith? Okay, it's just some financial stuff. Okay, 5th of September, your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You got a card from Mother.
Okay.
New Cadillac lease.
Oh, is that so? Well, yeah. We bought the 2013 Cadillac as our car, and I think it was in your name. I think you drove it quite a bit to work and stuff.
That was the black one?
Yeah, and I was driving one of the trucks probably, or no, I was working for CWC, so I was probably driving the black big truck, Cadillac truck at this time. Anyway, we leased this car because we needed another car, and I loved it. I loved the lease. I loved the car. We still got the car. Brad's got it now.
Okay, nice boat ride with dinner at Anchor High with, I got John and Jim down here.
It's, maybe Jim and Brenda were here around.
And then I've got Jim out. Maybe Jim came down.
Yeah.
Jim
I
in.
think he did come down by
Came
himself
down
one
by
time.
himself.
Yeah. Jim Becker.
Meal with Jason Tammy at Texas Roadhouse for John's birthday.
Okay.
John to Louisville on the 9th of September and John home on the 11th.
Okay.
Then you went to John to Vincennes for reunion with Frat Brothers on the 13th.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Louisville was a roadside DOT meeting that I went to for CWC, and I came back and I went to Vincennes, and I went 3 or 4 years for my fraternity golf outings. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's John, me, Brad, and Mom to New England for a trip. This is on the 21st of, it's my birthday, 21st of September. We took a flight to Boston on Southwest. Our rental was a purple Explorer. Nice car. Sitting 4 across in the plane. That's back to the plane. Driving downtown, parking on Long Wharf. It cost $35.
I remember, yeah.
We had lunch at the Charter House.
Yeah. Had lobster rolls probably.
Beantown Trolley Tour Boston.
Yeah.
Bunker Hill Monument.
Yeah.
North Church.
Yeah. Remember that.
Steeple. Downtown, the USS Constitution. That was a big sailboat. The Common Public. Cheers. Fenway Park, Beacon Hill, and then we drove to the Ramada Inn.
I don't remember.
The Ramada Inn. Okay, on the 22nd, I got back downtown to Cambridge, a drive by Harvard and MIT. Is that when you got your T-shirt?
Oh yeah, I went to Harvard and MIT. I got a sweatshirt at Harvard.
Yeah.
And drove past MIT. Yeah.
Okay, I got you picked out a sweatshirt.
Did we go to the Kennedy Museum?
Cup for John. Yeah. T-shirt and door magnet for self. Drive to University of Massachusetts
Institute.
To tour. That's where the Kennedy Library is.
Oh, okay.
Very interesting. Then drive back to Long Wharf for Harbor Cruise. Let's see.